Namaste. In a few episodes, I shall be narrating to you the life history of the saint of Sakori, or as we call him, the sage of Sakori. I would like to quote a few more instances of Sri Upasani Maharaj, which have, as I said earlier, been actually experienced by his fellow devotees and his followers. Maharaj's birthday celebrations were going on. As for the birthday celebrations, we have lighting of the lamp, temples, prayers, aarti, bhajans, and kirtans. One lady devotee who had come, she was lighting the lamp. Suddenly, what happened? The corner of her sari caught flame. And once the flame is caught, what happens? Everybody gets panicky, everybody started shouting, flame, flame, flame. But Baba, in his usual self, Upasani Maharaj, told everybody to keep calm. He just meditated for a few minutes, and you'll be surprised to know that the flame was doused. Nothing happened to the lady. She had a small mark over here which was burnt. And another story during his birthday celebrations. One lady devotee who was cooking, she was making prasad. Again, the same thing happened. While she was making prasad, the corner of her sari caught flame. Again, panic-struck, people started shouting. And again, in his usual self, he calmed down the people and nothing happened to the lady devotee. As usual, Baba's birthday celebrations continued. Another most important, I won't call it important, but an eventful day in the life of Maharaj, in the life of the villagers of Sakori. Srimad Shankaracharya had come to Sakori Maharaj. He had heard the chanting of the Vedic mantras by the Kanyas in this Sakori village, in this temple. He was so much impressed that before leaving, he wrote in the visitor's book, which I would like to quote here. Upasani Maharaj is really a greater soul. He cannot be recognized by ordinary people. The work of imparting religious education to women, started by Upasani Baba, is indeed praiseworthy. It is really a bold and novel experiment. I am very much pleased with the work carried on by Upasani Maharaj. According to Sanatan Vedic Dharma, in spite of the criticism and harassment by the people, such institutions of women should multiply in India. Maharaj has rightly hit the point that if at all Sanatan Vedic Dharma is to have its former glory, it is possible with the help of such righteous women. There is no nunnery in India, and this is a sort of nunnery, the only of its kind. 1941, the year, saw the end of this great soul. Anybody who is born has to leave the physical body. There is no other alternative. The same with Upasani Maharaj. But his legacy remains on this earth. His legacy remains not only in the village of Sakori, but all around in the world. On the 23rd of December 1941, he went to the village of Satana, that was his birthplace. Before that, he had probably an indication that his end is nearing. So in the month of December, he traveled to Alandi, he traveled to Pune, he traveled to Kalyan. He met his fellow devotees, his followers. He met Jnaneshwar Maharaj in Alandi, and he said, I want to rest now. I want to rest in peace. And in his usual self, he said, as the government employees are transferred, The same way I feel that I also need to be transferred. Devotees, followers were wondering, why is he saying this? But they did not understand. After meeting everybody, he went to the village of Satana where he was born. A beautiful temple was being built. There he met Rajas Mistri and he said, Mr. Mistri, can it be possible that these Jyotirlings which have to be installed in the temple, can it be done today only? He was surprised. Why is he requesting that it should be done today only? When he asked him, Maharaj said, no, I think I need to be transferred. I think I'll be transferred from here. I need a little bit of peace. I need to rest. And Mr. Mistri took the trouble of completing the initiation of the Jyotirlings on the 23rd of December. 23rd December, Maharaj came back to Sakori village. Early in the morning, on the 24th of December, he was feeling unwell. He had a feeling of chest pain and breathlessness. But he was one, he did not tell anybody about his feeling sick. He just lay down. And it was usual for Maharaj in the earlier days that whenever he felt sick, he used to shout at the top of his voice that I'm sick, I'm sick. He used to collect people around. But that was the indication of not he being sick, but it was an indication that somebody else, some of his fellow beings, some of his devotees are sick. They need help. And the others in the village have to go and help him. But this time, he kept quiet. He did not call his devotees, or he did not make a noise. While he was lying down at around 5:30 a.m., suddenly he shouted and he said, he called all the Kanyas in the temple and he said, is this the time to sleep? Is this the time to sleep? Please come, please come. All of them came to the temple where Maharaj was just relaxing. And he gave his darshan to the Kanyas, and Upasani Maharaj also took the darshan of the Kanyas. And suddenly he said, yes, I'm perfectly all right. I'm perfectly all right. You all can go. You all can go. You can take rest. You can sleep. I'm perfectly all right. The Kanyas were wondering what was happening. But anyway, as under the instructions of Maharaj, they went back. Godavari Mata, as I said, till the end she was with him. She was the first and foremost disciple and a devoted disciple of Maharaj. Again, after some time, he sent a message and said, I want Godavari Mata here. I want Godavari Mata here. She is going to be the head of this institute. Everything belongs to her. Everything belongs to her. Godavari Mata came running. She found that Maharaj was all right. He told her, come on, let us do the Aarti. One Leela Tai also came. Godavari Mata, Leela Tai and Upasani Maharaj did the Aarti. He was so energetic, he was so happy. Nobody realized that the end was so near of their Guru or Upasani Maharaj. And after the Aarti, he said, yes, you can go, you can go. And he lay down. But Godavari Mata did not go. As he was lying down, he said, you can go. He told her once again, you can go. I'm all right. Within 5 minutes, I'll be all right. But she said, you know what she did? She found that the atmosphere was a little cold. And when she touched his hand, she felt that it was a little cold. She told him to lie down. She took a piece of blanket and she put it on him. He said, yes, thank you very much. I'll be all right within a few seconds. But Godavari Mata found that his body was motionless. He was not moving. Immediately, she called the doctors, Mr. Wagh and others, and they tried to resurrect him, but to no avail. Doctors declared that Upasani Maharaj has left his mortal remains and has gone, his soul has gone to be one with the Almighty. News spread like wildfire. Devotees were sad, tears shed from their eyes. But as I said, the physical body has to move around. And a pit was already dug where Upasani Maharaj had done his penance in the cage. Next to the cage, a pit was dug and his mortal remains were put in the pit and all the rituals were conducted. My dear viewers, it was indeed a sad day for the village of Sakori. One important thing, before he left his mortal body, Maharaj had written a will. You will wonder what he had written in the will. What do we write? My house, my property, my car, my money, etc., etc. What had Maharaj written in his will? He had written, my dear devotees, my dear fellow beings, even if my body does not exist on this earth, I am always there for you. You remember me and I'm there. You remember me and I'm there for you. And this was what the legacy of Upasani Maharaj. Temples are built of Upasani Maharaj in Surat, in Hyderabad, Satana, and of course the Sakori village, as you all know, is the greatest and the spiritual village of Upasani Maharaj. And in none of these temples you will find that there is a break in the continuous process of yoga, of bhakti, kirtan, arti. This has been continued. No break has been given in this. All the temples, beautiful perpetual lamps continue to burn. And many of the land which has been given for these temples have been donated by the devotees and followers of Upasani Maharaj. I would like to bow in reverence to this great soul who is not here with us, but as he has said, he is always omnipresent. Thank you.